morning guys, welcome back to that 300cc guy. Sorry, now this is Sneaky on Wheels. So incidentally today I happened to ride the new Apache RTR 310 thanks to TVS Ramcore, and special thanks to Ramakrishna Garu from TVS. And this is the bike. I'm sure you people already have seen a lot of review videos and all of that on YouTube, but this is more like coming from an owner of RR 310. So I have been using the RR since the very beginning. So I used to have the first lot of RR 310, and now my brother uses the latest BS6 phase 2 wala RR 310. And for people who think that this is very similar to the RR 310, just only that the fairings are absent, let me tell you the lot of differences that this bike has to offer. I'm not going to talk much about this bike in perspectives of review, but definitely I am going to give my opinions after riding this bike. I'll start with the styling first. In terms of styling, many people would say, looking at the YouTube videos, that this bike looks a lot quirky, right? But trust me when I say this bike looks really astonishing and fabulous in flesh, especially in person. The front LED headlights, the design, the design is absolutely fascinating. And let me quickly on this for you guys, and I did not say this from the front either. Yeah, there you go, man. This is awesome, right? The look in the flesh is really great. Let me on the bike. This is the front design. This is how the bike looks from the front, with all the headlamps on, which is basically the high beams. And when you turn off the low beams, high beams, this is how it looks. The bike definitely is a looker, especially in this yellow color, right? And one more beauty addition to this bike is that rear wheel, which is goldenish yellow. You know, right? The red and gold and black and gold, or red and black, looks beautiful and skin, right? So this is one of such paint schemes. And the tail lamp, you can see that there is no tail, a realistic tail, right? So for bikes usually there will be a tail here. So people who want to get their bike modified or made to look good, they remove that and they create a tail tidy. But now TVS has given a tail tidy by default. Looks like that. So number plate will go there, the indicators go there, and then this light is beautiful. People are calling it horseshoe light, but I'd rather call it dual light. One thing that I think TVS could have done a little more better was this silencer, because now BMW and TVS have a lot of the bikes with the same silencer in this portfolio, right? And yeah, coming to the last thing that I think about this bike in terms of looks is the frame itself. The frame and the subframe, they're now calling it hyper spec. Earlier it was some other spec, race spec for the RR, and now it is hyper spec. People are calling it hyper riding. And this radiator side look is also great. Not much of a difference if you compare it with the RR 310, but definitely looks different on this bike, right? Coming to the seats, now talking about the riding ergonomics and all, I have ridden this bike. Right, I've ridden this bike for quite some time now today, early in the morning. And this seat, right, even though it looks quite similar to the RR 310, since the angle is not as steep and different as the RR 310, The seating comfort is actually phenomenal. Not great, it is the best in the segment. I would go so far to say that it is better than the Dukes, which are the kingpins of this segment. It is better than the Dukes. The seat is flat, it is down. I can put both my feet properly on the ground and have my knees bent a little. So it looks huge, but it is flat and it is great. The comfort was phenomenal. Again, the word is very apt. And the third thing that is different and altogether different, and it is not same, this bike is not the same as the RR 310, and this is the reason, the third reason. You sadly in this bike, this is a test bike and I did not have the chance to fiddle with the modes, but again, even though the features are quite same, the angle that this bike is, the screen is placed with the seat and all of that, it is quite great. The viewing angle is proper, I can see it properly, unlike the RR, which I have to bend a little bit to check. The switchgear is pretty similar to the RR 310 except for this one here, right? This is the cruise control. You press this and it gets engaged, and this is to reduce the speed and this is to increase the speed. Let me come that side. Right, so these are all the great things that I experienced today, and yes, I think I am more than convinced to get this bike into my garage soon, or maybe soon. The first thing that you will realize after getting onto this bike is that it is small. It is not a huge bike. The only huge thing in this bike is the list of features and the engine on offer and the style, of course, but apart from that, this bike feels tiny, and it's tiny in a good way. Actually, it is very well manageable in the city traffic. You, like I mentioned, you can place both the feet on the floor. You have great ergonomics if you are planning for long rides on this. Definitely a yes. I only wish TVS has given some kind of pannier accessories, because you have slots here. I'm not sure if they do, but yeah, if they had given pannier accessories as accessories from factory, it would have been great. It would be great. But this bike is definitely a thumbs up from my side. Again, this is coming from an owner's perspective of RR 310, of first lot and the last lot. Just met these guys, our old folks at TVS Ramcore, and I just forgot to mention somehow, this thing gets a quick shifter by default. How cool is that? It gets a quick shifter, and the indicators, right, they are quite similar to the ones that are offered on BMW. So I think this partnership is getting a lot of similarities together. So yeah, that is one thing that I missed, and definitely a bigger fork, definitely a beauty wheel, definitely great tires. They are the same as the ones that are offered on RR 310, I believe. Or is it Road 6? No, it is the Road 5s. Yeah. So yeah, this bike is a great yes from my side.